Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well in this challenging time. As a reminder, you probably want to go outside, get some sweat several times a week. One quick question. Should you wear a mask while you are running? No. I asked this question because I read a piece of news last week. Several kids died of wearing a mask while they were running. I'm not sure if they have any pre-existing conditions. For your information, just take off your mask if you feel any difficulty of breathing with it. Today we are going to talk about COVID-19. This is the first time I'm on this topic. I have been shut down or censored in a group 3 times already on this topic. After a week or two, I'm ready to give another try. It is not that I enjoy the censorship. On the contrary, I was quite surprised and sad to know that a regular person like me can be censored in this country. I want to talk about it again because I believe what I know can help many people. What I know about COVID-19 can save many lives. So before I start the topic, I should say several words about myself. My name is Cliff Hine. I have been a biologist for 30 years. Before that, I was a medical doctor. Lately, I'm an inventor. I invented Allapops. That product is not relevant to the topic today, but the experience, the knowledge I acquired during the process of developing that product is very useful for current situation. I believe the theory deduced from that study can guide us through this pandemic quite well. With that, the topic today is Open Now to Prevent the Disaster in the Fall. During the last several weeks, many scientists, including Dr. Fauci, predicted that COVID-19 pandemic will come back in this fall and winter, and that it may be worse than what it had in the spring. Is that right? They, of course, have their historical support. On this chart, 2 pandemics. One is the 1918 flu pandemic. The other swine flu pandemic about 2 years ago, or 10 years ago. Both of them have quite similar trajectory. They started in the spring with limited number of people got sick, and both of them come back in the fall and winter. A lot more people got sick and died. So COVID-19 started in this spring. Will it come back this fall and winter? Yes and no. Yes, if we continue on the current path of lockdown until it explodes in the spring, in the fall and winter. No, we can prevent the fall disaster by opening now to generate enough herd immunity in the summer and save lives. We can do that because COVID-19 virus is very different compared to flu virus. COVID-19 can spread very well in the hot season, much better compared to the flu virus. When it spread in the hot season, it actually causes less fatality. My proposal today, take advantage of this character of COVID-19 for our benefit. I will divide the topic into 4 sections. 1. Lockdown is not a good option. 2nd, we have flattened the curve. 3rd, the disease is not as dangerous as we thought before. 4. Summer is our time to generate herd immunity to prevent the disaster in the fall and save lives. Let's start the first one. Lockdown is not a good option. On the surface, lockdown may reduce the number of people got infected. But under the surface, it may cause many people to die. More people will die from common disease such as cancer, heart disease, due to lack of care when we do lockdown. The economic disaster induced by locking down has led to 30 million people lost their job, which will lead to social revolt, family violence, depression, and suicide. In addition to the loss of human life, we'll have to pay a much bigger price, a long-term price, social culture price, by giving up our individual rights to government control. Coming together are the harsh measures to make sure everybody complies. We have tasted some of that already, like grabbing people off the bus if they don't have a mask, shouting to the kids playing on the ground, jail people if they dare to work, ask everyone spy on their neighbors. Some of the states even award people reporting their neighbor. This practice definitely comes from the user manual of totalitarianism, which we have been fighting against for centuries. It is not consistent with our core value. We should not do that. The fact of its being used tells that the US is not immune from totalitarianism. We are on a very slippery slope and should get out of it as soon as we can. Now is the time. Now we can get rid of those harsh measures and open up because we know the disease is not as dangerous as we thought before. Now we can open because we have flattened the curve. The original purpose of flattening the curve is to prevent our healthcare system from being overwhelmed by too many people got sick, got infected, and we want the curve to below the capacity of our healthcare system. After locking down and social distance, the curve is currently like this, way down below the capacity of our care. Nowhere in the country the healthcare system have been overwhelmed, not even in New York. In New Mexico, we are doing even better. There are 4,000 hospital beds in the state. As of now, only 200 COVID-19 patients are in the hospital. Should we go down further to crash down the curve to the bottom, wipe out the disease as a whole? No, that's not a realistic goal by many means. The cost, including human life, will be too high to do that. We don't have to do that because we also know the disease is not as dangerous as we thought before. Lately, 10 different studies from US and Europe predicted that the fatality rate of COVID-19 is 1/10 of what we knew before. Researchers using antibody approach to detect it, many people got infected but without symptom. The asymptomatic infection is 10 times more than confirmed infections. Because of that, the predicted fatality rate of COVID-19 is being reduced to a range of between 0.1% to 0.3, 0.6%. With the media of that is 0.31%. The reduced death rate does not justify locking down this harsh measure that cause significant consequences. Besides that, we also know who is vulnerable to this disease. If we are considering that, the risk to healthy people will go down even further, likely below 0.1%. Instead of quarantine everyone, we should do a targeted quarantine to protect those vulnerable people and have the healthy population go back to normal life. With the curve flattened and the risk reduced, we should open now. Opening up will not only help business revive society, but also will enable us to generate enough herd immunity to prevent the potential disaster this fall. So why should we try to generate herd immunity in the summer? Because it is much safer to do it at the right time. Human has a much stronger defense in the respiratory system when the temperature is hot. That's the mechanism that have been protecting us from having cold, flu, and other airway infections in the summer. This theory comes from the study that has led to the development of ALAPOP. I'm not going to describe it in detail today, but have written several blogs about it. You can go to allepops.com, ALERPOPS.com to read those blogs. Briefly, our immune system dynamically interacts with the bacteria living with us. That interaction modulates the activity of our immune system, resulting in a much more active defense in the airway in the summer. This theory can also explain why COVID-19 causes fewer fatality in a country where it is warm. For example, in Singapore, the death rate is below 0.1% currently. In the US, similar things happened. In the warmer state, the fatality rate is lower than that in colder state. For example, in California, Florida, and Texas, and compared to the colder states, New York, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. Therefore, according to this theory, we will less likely get sick if we catch the virus in the summertime, and much less likely die from it. We will be able to generate enough herd immunity this way in the next several months if we open now systematically. This approach will save many lives. It can save up to 50% to 90% of the lives that would be lost with other strategies. If you are interested in this proposal, go ahead, discuss it with your family, friends, and other people you know, and share this video through your social network. Finally, I want to say we are born to live and die. I hope everybody will live to the fullest, die with dignity. Hiding away with fear is not the best way to spend the time given to us on earth. Cautiously choose a path. We will get through it one way or the other. Thank you. God bless you.